Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So V-Jump leaks have finally surfaced online, and with that we now know the next two Sparking units that will be coming into the game, and they are none other than Saiyan Saga iterations of Piccolo and Goku. Now I kid you not, I was literally just waking up and I checked Twitter, and the very first thing I saw on my timeline were the translations from Goresh. So shout out to him, but he says, "Scan is extremely cut off, but here's what I can gather. The pair of warriors raised on Earth who took on Raditz. Piccolo and Goku make an appearance in Legends. Piccolo can use his special arts card to power up his special move up to 2 times. His main ability powers him up and removes his weighted training clothes. Fulfill certain conditions in order to make Goku appear when launching the special beam cannon. Goku is a support type who powers up allies when switched to standby. He has the Bending Kamehameha as his super attack, and that's all we've got." So it's not really much to go on, especially for Goku. Well, okay, I won't say that in particular, because when it comes down to Goku, him as a support type, I guess in this particular case kind of makes sense since he kind of did help out Piccolo. But I'm more so focused on how Bending Kamehameha is going to work, right? Now, obviously with Bending Kamehameha, he's able to change the trajectory of the blast, but I don't know if it's going to be kind of like, I would say like a cinematic attack, or maybe if the opponent vanishes, then the blast will bend and, you know, go after the opponents. I significantly doubt the latter though, only because of the fact that with SS Deadly Bomber on both Android 13 and Fusion 13, they don't track the opponent at all, which I still think is extremely weird. But if that move, which is known for tracking the opponent, doesn't track the opponent, then I highly doubt that Bending Kamehameha is going to be anything too special in terms of it bending. Now, in terms of damage or whatever, I guess properties it may have, like for example, maybe it'll buff Goku, or it'll give like a general buff to the entire team, or maybe it'll give a debuff to the opponent or something of the sort, is I guess yet to be seen. There's not really much we can go off of, but I'm hoping that they don't make it just like some sort of cinematic move and then that's that. I mean, I'm sure it'll look cool, but I'm hoping that it actually has a legitimate property to it, where sort of like AoE moves, if you vanish, you'll still get caught, something like that, because it would make a lot of sense. But with Piccolo though, this is something that I'm actually quite interested in, because you can see in the scan that Goku does hop in to grab Raditz and then gets hit with a special beam cannon. Now, I don't know if it's, I don't know what to expect, only because of the fact that at first I thought it was a legendary finish move, but clearly that's not the case. I'm hoping that it's not like a certain condition where you would have to use that specific Goku in order to land that move in that way, right? Because obviously if that's the case, that Goku would get knocked out, but I would assume that if it's something along those lines where it's very high risk, if you land the move, then it has to be a very high reward, right? Because obviously the beam goes straight through Goku and Raditz, so I expect it to, well, one-shot the opponent. Now I'm hoping it's not something cheap, because that would actually just be insane. Like, but if it's going to be like that type of condition where it's literally piercing through the opponent, I expect it to be a one-shot move. But again, that's depending on if you need that Goku on your party or in your team in order to have him come out and do it, or whatever the case may be. Apart from that, he's able to power it up to 2 times. So I guess that's kind of like, if I'm not mistaken, and it's been a very long time since I've used this unit, but kind of like how one of the Spirit Bomb Gokus were, I'm pretty sure it might have been one-handed Spirit Bomb Goku, where you could use the special skill to power up the Spirit Bomb, then launch it to deal like crazy damage. This is similar to that. So I'm hoping that it'll work out well, and plus if he uses his main ability, it powers him up and removes his weighted clothes, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's really all we have on these units. But this does also raise the question, if we're now getting scans on these units, when are we going to get Omega Shenron and Baby Vegeta? Because it's usually when we get these scans anyway, it usually leads to something concerning UST, and we still have not gotten, well, I said Omega Shenron earlier, but it's actually Sen Shenron. but we haven't gotten Sin Shenron or Baby Vegeta in the game just yet. So I'm hoping that we get them in the next banner, and then this will be for the following banner or whatever the case may be. But I guess only time will tell. But I do want to know what you guys' thoughts are on all of this information in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.